Hi there, my name is Cupicate, and welcome back to WolfQuest Daybreak over Red Waters with Teau. So last time, Teau did actually get to recover, and it looks like something else recovered. So Sundance minor injury recovered, our minor injury is recovered, the only thing that's left is our leg. But Teau still can't seem to open his eye, and he's really struggling. He's wondering if his eye will ever open and if he'll ever be able to see out of it again. But for now, he's keeping it closed. It isn't affecting his hunting, which is fortunate. But he is in desperate need of some food for both him and Sundance, and for their pups. He's trying to decide if hunting this elk herd is worth it, or if he should simply just find baby ungulates and bring as much as he can home. And so, with a little bit of extra thought and the pang in his leg, he's going to realize that getting baby ungulates is probably the safer and smarter option. Another tough decision for Teau, but he is going to send Sundance home, knowing that the affinity for the pups is dropping rapidly. They've been out way too long, and those pups, the older they get, the more ornery they get, and the more they want to explore. And so he's going to have to part ways with her for now. But he plans on making the trip with food for his family and food for himself. Perfect! So Teau was able to get some food for himself. He feels sorry for the mother, but he has to eat, and fortunately her herd seems to be right there where she can simply rejoin her family. A blessing in disguise from Eartha. And speaking of Eartha, Teau is going to be very grateful for this meal that he has found, and he's going to pray to her and give thanks for it, and we're going to roll for today's difficulty. Well, we did land on a 2, so that does mean we're going to have a slightly easier day and changing our settings to challenging. And there is a little bit left for his pups, not a whole lot, and so he does know he'll probably have to find some more food, but his energy is kind of fading. And so he's going to head back with what's left of this and probably take a sleep in hopes that his leg gets a little bit better. He's trying to sneak by Mikhail's rendezvous site. He doesn't want to face Mikhail just yet. And so he's kind of skirting around the edge. He doesn't know what to say yet. But he does want to meet up with Mikhail and talk to him and see what he thinks about all of this. What he thinks of Eartha, and what he thinks about joining back together. I think a part of him realizes that he can't exactly truly preach the word of Eartha if he can't even unite with his own family. And maybe in some way, by doing that, he can turn things around for the other packs too. Teau can't help but eye this little treat that has passed him by. He's too exhausted to take on a mother moose and her calf right now, and so he must let them go, but he couldn't help but think, that would have been nice about 3 hours ago. Sundance and the pups are crying out for Teau to come back. He is bringing them food. He hopes that it will just help them last the night. He may have to feed them some of his own food, which he is willing to do for sure. They're all very excited, including Sundance, who I'm sure is having to try hard to restrain from eating the pups' food. Aw, Jasper is so excited. Aw, what grateful pups these are. Teo's gonna spend a little time with Cielo and roll with him. I love Cielo's eyebrows, y'all. I cannot wait to see what coat he is. I don't know if this is going to be one of the new coats, because I don't remember ever seeing a pup with those kinds of eyebrows. So let's go ahead and do a weight check. Oh my gosh. This is what I get for not doing a weight check in a while. So it does turn out that pretty much all of the pups are 18 pounds except for Cotton and Thunder, who are now over 19. We don't have a whole lot of time left with them. It's coming to a close, and we'll get to see these pups all grown up. I can't believe how quickly they ate that! Oh geez! These pups have endless pits for stomachs! Teo's gonna have to give up all of his food. He should have known better, honestly, but he couldn't help but eat that elk calf. He was very hungry. But now his pups have eaten the rest of it. Sundance seems to be comfortable and happy. Poor Ollie is always the last to eat, but now he's being fed, and so is Cotton. Everybody seems full now except for Ollie. So we'll just wait on him. These sweet babies. And now with the pups full, Teau is sleeping. So far, his dreams seem pleasant, at peace. Perhaps the goddesses are showing him that there is a good future ahead. Teo's leg still hurts, but he has to ignore it. The pups need more food. And Sundance is pretty hungry too. They might have to hunt today. Okay. Glad I was already putting them in the grass. Where are these vermin? You did good, Sundance. Now come on, let's go get food. Teau doesn't really smell much. There is a small bit of elk scent this way. But he can't tell if that's just a mom or... Unfortunately, Teau has found himself in the heart of Prospect Peak, which is not good. But the elk scent was this way. He does smell moose scent also this way, but he needs to take this territory hex. Moose would be very good. It would actually feed the pups quite well. But it was a male. A male is just not gonna work. Teo's finally caught the scent of an elk herd close by, so he's trying to follow it. He even smells calf. The calves! The calves have come out! This is good! Oh, that elk calf is so low. They fell. This is excellent. This is good. Teo's gonna back off a little bit, encourage them to run back to the herd. Good call, Teau. Good call. Oh, they're so fast though. Teau just doesn't have the energy. He doesn't have the stamina right now. This is almost impossible. He had to risk taking those hits because he needed to eat. So Teau is returning to the rendezvous site with nothing but a rabbit in his mouth. And he's feeling really guilty for eating that elk calf, but he didn't have the strength to carry it. It has gotten too big now that it can run with the herd. And unfortunately, by himself, Teau just couldn't do it, especially with his leg injury. So he's just going to spend a little bit of time hopefully looking for rabbits that he can feed the pups with until morning when he can give them just a little bit more. Well, 3 bunny rabbits later and the pups are still hungry. And so Teau once again is going to have to give up his meal. He feels as though his leg isn't quite healing. Really, Sundance? Because he has to keep giving his food to the pups. But Sundance isn't hunting for them because Teo's asked that she stay with them. They're both terrified of Crevice Lake retaliating against them for just trying to spread the word. And so Sundance and Teau have agreed that somebody should be with the rendezvous site as much as they can help it. It looks as though Teo's leg has finally healed. Finally. He's very, very excited about that because it means he can finally hunt big game for him and his mate and then bring food back to his pups. But he's realizing it's getting closer and closer to the time that he needs to make his choice. Is he going to head to Mikhail's rendezvous site and talk to him? Or not? He really, really wants to. He feels as though it would be best. He needs to reunite his family. It's what Eartha would want. And in some ways, it's what he desires to. But now he must focus on food for his mate who is starved and has already left without him. And food for the pups, especially if they are going to make the move to Mikhail's rendezvous site. This is perfect. Wow, and it's pretty close to the rendezvous site as well. This is a blessing. So now we just have to be patient and get this mom and calf to run. Ooh, Teau, move! Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, that was scary. Sundance, be careful. Oh, Sundance. right, we just need to chase. We just need to chase. Honestly, we're doing okay. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Sunday. Okay, that's fine. You know, she was really hungry. Really? It's okay, it's fine. Did you eat the whole thing? Is there any left? Okay, that means you get to go back to the den. Back to the rendezvous site. And you can go feed the pups. Ah, yes, here we go. I got 2 fawns. Perfect. Oh, careful, Teau. Oh my goodness. I love it when the fawns are out to run, though. It is so much more fun to get them when they're out. 1 more bite. That's all it took. Teau has never been so happy to have a meal to himself again. But these pups need food, and so he's gonna have to follow that other fawn to bring it back to his pups. Perfect! Teau was able to take down this mule deer fawn. I don't know why, but for some reason, the mother mule deer did 273 damage. I'm pretty sure that was a bug, and I should probably report it. Yeah, that was very strange. But Teau has now got food for his pups, and he is headed back to feed them right now. It looks as though Sundance was actually able to feed the pups some of her food, but now they can finish up on this carcass. They're doing really, really well, but we only have maybe 1 or 2 sleeps left. I think Teau will sleep here 1 more night, and then they're gonna move to Mikhail's site tomorrow. Well, now that it is morning, early morning, Teau is going to move them. It's time for them to go and finally meet their uncle, and Teau to be with his brother. Teo's gonna make sure he stops and howls along the way, just to kind of give Mikhail and Kirby a warning that he's coming. He's hoping very much that Mikhail recognizes his howl, because he doesn't want to surprise them and possibly risk a fight, but he's doing the best he can. He's a bit shaken, he's very nervous, but he knows this is the right thing to do, and so he is pushing forward with his babies. He's putting a lot of faith in his brother right now while they go along their way to reunite the family. Unfortunately, we're almost there and Jasper has wandered away. Of course. There we go. Little Jasper just didn't keep up. And here we are. This is it. This is where Mikhail would be staying. And so I would love to go into detail on how that interaction went. But we are gonna wait until I reveal the pups, and I will tell you exactly how that interaction went. But let's just say for now, Mikhail did indeed welcome both Teau and Sundance. They are all at the rendezvous site together. And we're gonna have to use our imagination here, so just keep that in mind. Teau hasn't explained everything to him yet. Not just yet. But he has asked that they join together. And Mikhail took Teau and Sundance in with open arms. He is more than happy to welcome his brother into the family and for them to be together. And so during the summer, they're going to raise their pups together. They're going to get to know each other better. Sundance and Kirby might even have a relationship. I'm not sure between their personalities how that would work. I feel like Kirby is the exact opposite of Sundance, so we'll see. But who knows? Maybe they'll balance each other out. The brothers will sleep at the same site. Their mates will sleep at the same site. And their pups will get to grow up together. And that is a beautiful thing. And so that is the end of Daybreak over Red Waters. And even though a lot of bad happened, flaws were broken, goals were not found, something beautiful still came of it. And perhaps Teau sees all of these failures that happened during this litter as what led him back to his brother. And in that case, it is a victory, not a failure. I hope y'all liked this episode. I hope you liked this series. And if you did, give the like button the biggest tickle and poke yet. Subscribe to join our family if you haven't already for more stories of our brothers and other wolves to come. And jingle that bell so you're notified when I release those videos. I love you guys. Thanks for being here on this journey to get the brothers back together. And I will see you next week for a little more in-depth tale of what actually happened between Teau and Mikhail, their first interaction together since Mikhail found Teau. And to see puppies. All the puppies. So many puppies. I love you guys. Bye.